Is this going to be a fun video? My sources say no. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Brina and I'm pretty excited for today's video because we get to play with this beautiful magic 8-ball. You may be wondering how that's gonna work. I haven't fully figured that out yet. I have a couple of different scenarios in my head. And you know what? I'm actually going to ask the Magic 8-Ball which one I should do. In scenario A, I'll be asking the Magic 8-Ball if I should use a product, if I should use foundation or do my brows or concealer, eyeshadow, all of that stuff. In scenario B, I would ask the Magic 8-Ball what products I should use to do my brows and my eyeshadow, my foundation, all that stuff. I'm going to ask the Magic 8-Ball if I should do A, and we'll see what it says. My sources say no, so we are going with scenario B. I'm pretty happy about that because I didn't want to risk not having my brows done or a foundation or something. So let me grab some choices and we can start playing. This is gonna be fun. I can feel it. It's gonna be fun. Let me ask the Magic 8-Ball if it's gonna be fun. Let's see. Magic 8-Ball, is this going to be a fun video? My sources say no. Well, we'll make it fun. So I think the best way to go about this is I'm just going to grab out all of a single product at a time. So I've got all my primers and all my eyebrow products in front of me because I usually do a primer and then my eyebrows. Just ask it all of each individual product and see what we get. Magic 8-Ball, should I use the Beauty Creations primer? Outlook good. All right. First try. This is the Flawless Stay Hydrating Primer from Beauty Creations. Excuse me while I take the tree ball away from my cats because that's distracting. Just be aware, I'm not going to really go into details with all the steps or methods in this video because that would just make it too long. This is supposed to be fun. Even though the Magic 8-Ball said this isn't going to be a good video, I still think it will be. All right, primer is on and now it's time for brows. So my normal brow routine is to take Pears soap and the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pencil. And then I've also got some other options here that I never touch, not gonna lie. But I also have this, so if I do get the Lift and Snatch brow pencil, I will ask it if I should use the NYX glue. Oh, that's upside down. The NYX brow glue, or if I should use the soap. So I'm just gonna ask this one first since it's in my hand. Magic 8-Ball, should I use the NYX brows? Better not tell you now. What does that mean? Do I ask later? Do I skip the brows for now? Do I come back to the NYX? All right, so we're gonna move on. Should I use tinted brow gel? Outlook not so good. All right, what else do we have here? Should I use brow pomade? Better not tell you now. Should I use tinted brow gel? Outlook good. All right, well, I have two here, so I'm gonna ask it which one I should use. This is not going to be good because my brows need to be filled in. All right. Well, I can always come back and ask it this one again, right? Because it said, ask me later. So is that cheating? I mean, it might be bending the rules, but I wouldn't call it cheating. Okay, so first I'm going to ask it if I should use the Benefit or the Anastasia one, and let's see what we get. Should I use Benefit? You may rely on it. I'm going to take that as a yes. So I'm going to go in with the Benefit Give Me Brow. Oh no, this is already not off to a good start. We were good with the primer, not good at all now. Honestly, I don't even know why I keep these products around because I have not touched them. I don't know how long. Probably since right after I got them, to be honest. I don't feel like it looks too terribly bad. It's just, I want them fuller, you know? These brows are not good. We're just gonna cover them with the bangs and move on. I don't know, should I ask if I should use this? I mean, it's not unheard of to use a brow gel with a pen or a pencil to fill in the sparse areas. So we're gonna ask it again. I just can't not. Magic 8-Ball, it is now later. Should I use the NYX Lift and Snatch? Outlook not so good. Oh man. All right, moving on, I suppose. Eyeshadow, I really don't want to have to pull out all 70 plus of my palettes. So I'm just going to start with the closest one to me and work my way down. So I have these 6 rainbow ColourPop palettes. I'm just going to ask it if I should use one of these palettes and see what the results are, because asking each individual one would just take way too long. So Magic 8 Ball, should I use one of the ColourPop palettes? Cannot predict now, so we're going to move on. Magic 8 Ball, should I use Essentials 1? Cannot predict now. Magic 8 Ball, should I use Essentials 2? My sources say no. Should I use LA Splash Cosmetics? Yes. Interesting. This is the palette we are going with. I have not touched this in a really long time. Honestly, I feel like it literally only can do like a smoky eye. And how fitting, seeing as my last video was a smoky eye tutorial. So I will be using this palette today. Let me ask the Magic 8 Ball if I should use a primer or a concealer for a base. Magic 8 Ball, should I use concealer for a base? Outlook not so good. So we're gonna go with the primer, and I have a lot of primers. I just grabbed the first two that I found, and I'm gonna ask it the Morphe one first. Should I use Morphe? Better not tell you now. Should I use P. Louise base? As I see it, yes. Sounds good to me. I don't know why it said this wasn't gonna be a good video, other than the brows. I mean, so far so good. We got my favorite primer. We've got one of my favorite eyeshadow bases. I don't hate this palette, so that's good. Although I don't really know why I would own a palette that I hate. So I feel like the odds of it being a palette I don't hate were pretty good. Primer is on, and I really don't want to go too bold with this look. So I'm just going to take Sunstone and add that to the brow bone / crease. And now going in with Aragonite. I'm going to focus this on the crease and the outer half of the eye. Finishing it up with Rose Quartz. I kind of think that's the first time I've ever used that shade, and I love it. Alright, moving on to foundation. Got all my foundations. I'm gonna first ask it if I should use a foundation, because sometimes I use a BB cream. Should I use foundation? Yes. Should I use NYX? Without a doubt. Alright, we're going with the Born to Glow foundation and the shade Porcelain. Once again, my favorite foundation right here, ladies and gentlemen. How is this not a good video? Magic 8 Ball lies. Foundation is on. Normally I would pair it with the matching concealer, so that's what I'm going to ask the Magic 8 Ball first. Should I use the NYX concealer? It is certain. Come on, this is going great. Now it is time for powder. Magic 8 Ball, should I use the ABH powder? Very doubtful. Alright, next up we've got, should I use Beauty Bakery? Most likely. I mean, this is also my favorite powder. I definitely would have gone with this powder. I mean, I also really love this powder, don't get me wrong, but this one is like my everyday go-to powder. This video is going great if you ask me. I really hate my brows though. Oh, that is the only thing. Those need a lot of help. They are not good. And for contour, I have a lot of palettes. So I've got this one, and the list just keeps going. I'm going to first start by asking it this one. Should I use the NYX palette? Most likely. I feel like this is kind of cheating because it just keeps telling me to use all of my favorite products. I really haven't been using bronzer lately, so we're gonna skip that and I'm gonna ask it blush now. So for blush, I have a few options. Should I use Cover FX? My sources say no. All right, moving on. Should I use Iconic London? Most likely. All right. It has been a while since I've touched this palette. I'm gonna go in with both of these, and this is the Blaze Chaser Face Palette. And now it's time for my favorite part, highlight. Obviously I'm not gonna be using any of my cream highlights because I already set my face. I'm not a big fan of cream highlights, so I wouldn't normally reach for that anyways. So let's leave it fair. And I also have this Ofra Mini Mix palette, which has this giant highlight in the center. It is my absolute favorite. We cannot leave her out. So I'm gonna ask first the Ofra just because it's closest to me. Should I use the Ofra? Cannot predict now. Should I use I Heart Revolution? Don't count on it. That's my second favorite highlight. All right, should I use Dirty Little Secrets Cosmetics? It is decidedly so. So I'm going to go in with the Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics highlight in the shade Bellissima. That's okay because this is still one of my favorite highlights. I don't know what's going on with my foundation. I don't know if it was the primer I put underneath because I'm going to be honest, I have really not been wearing a primer lately. And if I do, it's usually a pore filling one, but I have a serious crease in my smile line there, as well as my eyes are creasing like crazy. I don't know what's going on. Don't like it though. Like I said, this is really my everyday makeup routine. Same foundation, same concealer, same setting powder, all that stuff. So I am baffled. Basically, all I have left is to finish my eyes and lips. So I'm just going to go back in with that palette that I was using earlier to finish up the eyes. And I'm just going to take the Aragonite shade and then Sunstone to finish it out. I'm just going to grab a mascara to throw on because I'm really not picky about my mascaras, but lashes are going to be tricky. So I've decided normally for a look like this, I would go with these Ardell Wispies. So I'm going to start here and then I'm going to go with any lashes I would normally pair this look with. And then we're going to work our way up to very big and voluminous. Magic 8 Ball, should I use the Ardell Original Wispies? It is decidedly so. All right, those are the lashes we're going with. And for lips, we have multiple options. So first I'm just going to start by asking it if I should use lipstick or lip gloss. Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Should I use lipstick? Yes. All right. I've got all my lipsticks. Yeah, it's a lot. So we're just gonna... Oh no! All right. I'm gonna start with the 3 that fell. First up is this MAC one. Should I use MAC? Don't count on it. All right. Should I use Becca Cosmetics? As I see it, yes. All right, that's the one we're going with. And this is a very pink lipstick. I don't love it, not my favorite. So I'm also going to go in with a lip liner, and I would prefer to go in with this one. So I'm going to first ask it this: should I use the Dominique lip liner? Outlook good. All right, we are winning. Bro, what is happening with my foundation? Ugh. I don't know. It's driving me nuts though. I don't know if maybe I need to add a little bit more powder. Maybe it didn't set properly. I'm gonna try that. And if you think I'm cheating by going in with a lip liner that I prefer with this lipstick that I said that I don't really prefer, just know that I always go in with a lip liner that does not match the lipstick that I'm using. So I'm just putting that out there, not cheating. I just really prefer a lot of dimension happening on my face, so that's it. And see, that looks so good now. Oh, finally, I just have to set my face. Let me grab my setting sprays real quick. This one from ABH is my current favorite, so I'm going to ask it if I should use that. Oh, great Magic 8 Ball. Should I use the ABH setting spray? Outlook not so good. Fine. Should I use Skin & Co? As I see it, yes. All right. Gonna go in with the Skin & Co. Radiant Dew Truffle Therapy Setting Spray. Setting Mist, I'm so sorry. That is the finished look. I mean, for the Magic 8 Ball picking everything, I feel like it's not too bad. I am definitely happy with how it turned out. The eyes are a little plain for me, but I really wasn't feeling a smoky eye today. So, one thing I learned from this video is I just opened this Magic 8 Ball right before I started filming. Yes, I basically bought this just for this video, but the packaging said there are 20 possible answers. I don't feel like we got all 20. Let me ask it. Did we get all 20 answers? Yes, definitely. Oh, I feel like that's a different answer. What else we got here? Signs point to yes. I feel like we got that one. My reply is no. Definitely did not get that one. So let me know in the comments how many different responses from the Magic 8 Ball you counted. I'll let you know how many I found in the comments as well. Also, I was kind of thinking if you're into it, I could always do the other version of this video that I was thinking about doing. So if you think this one was maybe a little too easy, let me know in the comments and I will do this challenge again. But instead of asking it which specific product I should use, I'll instead ask it if I should use a product at all. So your task is, let me know in the comments how many responses the Magic 8 Ball gave us in this video. If you'd like to see the other version of this video, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!